happening, gang? It's your boy Retro back again with another reaction video. Yeah. Today we got another huge update. You guys can probably already tell it is going down. Just by that title alone, you guys are definitely going to want to see this one. So you got our border czar, Tom Homan, coming out with a message, making a statement to all those folks, officials on the left, who are truly gambling with their freedom by trying to get in the way of his ICE raids and deportation efforts in this newest update. Guys, I'm excited to get into it. So now I'm straight into it. Just make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Before we get into it, you guys hit that like button, also hit that subscribe button for your boy. And without further ado, let's get straight into it, folks. Check this one out.
First of all, if they're shouting and helping these people get away with bullhorns, how is that legal to get help from the people in the streets? I know they can protest, but that's not what they're doing.
You're exactly right. When they come to they cross the line of impediment, and that's why I'm working very close, starting this morning with Department of Justice, and where do they cross that line of impediment? So they may find themselves in a pair of handcuffs very soon. So working with DOJ on that, get some legal guidance on that. I'm not an attorney. I know what SecOps is about. I know what crossing that line is, but getting DOJ back up on that. So it's something we're looking at right now, Harris. We're not going to tolerate it anymore. This is not a game. When we show up these sites, this is a dangerous job for the men and women of ICE and Border Patrol and all the DOJ agencies. To have that type of interference puts our officers at great risk. Not only the officers, it puts the aliens at great risk because anything can happen when we take our eyes off the goal here. So we're addressing that immediately today. I'm addressing OPSEC today, operational security, how these leaks are happening. We've already identified how this operation got leaked. I'll deal with that today.
Interesting.
It's all about controlling the message. I try to be transparent. I promise American people will be transparent in operations, but it's obvious we can't be having all these different news outlets out there with us on various raids. Bill Maloogian, great guy, but we got a lot of OPSEC concerns we're dealing with right now. But the leak, who we identified today, we'll deal with that today. But it's not a game. I want to put it out to whether it's Governor Phil Murphy or the rest of the people that who want to game this. It's not a joke. This is serious business, and they need to stop, or we won't prosecute them through the Department of Justice.
Wow, guys, and you hear the no-nonsense tone and border czar Tom Homan's voice. He's not messing around with these folks. And just to think, why would you want to get in between this, the safety of your community? We got folks tipping off illegal migrants, these gangs, letting them know, hey, that ICE is going to be swooping down on you. I would love to see the face on that freaking rat or the mole who leaked it out there to all those gangs when Tom Homan just said, we know exactly, we've identified who's leaking this information and we're going to, come after them accordingly. Oh my goodness, it sounds like he's already got a plan. Making sure that this doesn't happen. You got to set an example, set the tone and make sure that no one else even wants or dares to try to help out again, because it's interfering with a criminal investigation. Is that not a crime, or am I lost?
Business, and they need to stop, or we won't prosecute them through the Department of Justice.
I know our audience was paying attention when that agent or officer told our reporter Bill Maloogian there have been some intel leaks. Like, those are very specific. So I understand what you're saying. You mentioned my state's governor, Phil Murphy. Yeah, he's trying to walk back the comments that he made about possibly, I guess it would be aiding and abetting if you're keeping somebody on your property. But we'll see what happens. He says that's not what's happening with somebody he thought was on his property or said was. I do want to ask you this because I've heard you say, Tom, that you expect more violence. And you were talking specifically on the border, but why would that be?
Well, look, President Trump is, promises made, promises kept, right? He said he's going to secure the border. The numbers are down significantly. Look, and we talk about between the port of entry. I know you reported earlier the numbers are down about 67%. Actually, between the ports of entry, because that takes into account port of entries. Between the ports of entry, we're down closer to 87%. As we lock that border down, we're taking money out of the pockets of the criminal cartels, right? They've made record amounts of money in the last 4 years, smuggling aliens, sex trafficking women and children, moving drugs across the border. As we secure that border, their business is going to drop, which means billions of dollars less they make. They're not going to go away quietly. So I truly expect violence to increase on the southern border just because of who they are. That's why President Trump has designated them a terrorist organization, because they are. They've killed more Americans than every terrorist organization in the world combined. They're not going to go away quietly. So we're going to expect more violence on the border. But let me get back to what Phil Murphy says. When he goes out there and does this, plays this game, if the governor can do it, he sends a message to the whole world. They can do it too. Again, putting our officers at grave risk. It has to stop or they will be prosecuted. I'm working very closely with the Department of Justice to hold people accountable. This stuff ends today.
Oh my goodness, guys. You can tell by the tone of our border czar's messaging that he is not messing around. He brings up folks like Phil Murphy, the guy, the governor of New Jersey, who says that he's got illegals inside of his garage and he's going to keep them safe because no one's going to come get him. I mean, we have to set the tone. Just like he set the tone, we've seen Mayor of Chicago, Brandon Johnson, coming out also saying that they're going to try to get in the way or stop the process of the ICE raids. We have to set the tone, slam down on one of these individuals that think they're going to buck back against the system. So then that, lets everyone else knows that this is not the right thing to be doing. If you're going to, put your freedom up there in jeopardy, you ought to face some sort of consequence for it. Tom Homan, enough with the warnings. It's time to start laying down the law.
Very close with the Department of Justice to hold people accountable. This stuff ends today.
Well, look, I had Voters' Voices on the program live yesterday and was talking with people about what the first 16, at that point, now 17 days of this has been like. Here's what one voter told us.
I go to Chicago and I see the immigration crisis at the forefront in front of my school on the corners. I don't think we should wait until unpopular mayors like Brandon Johnson lose their elections. Their number one goal should be to be understood, and that's using their bully pulpit, that's advocating for the people that pay tax dollars to them. It's always, whose humanity are you looking out for? Wow. And why not us, that we're paying so many tax dollars?
And that young man, one of the Democrats we had on the panel who voted for Donald Trump this time around. Your reaction?
Look, I think the American people, they gave President Trump a mandate. So immigration, the border security, immigration enforcement was number one, and we're going to keep President Trump's promise. I looked at the numbers this morning. ICE has already arrested just short of 12,000 people in this country. Vast majority are of criminals, public safety threats. And that's what we're trying to do. And for any mayor or governor who doesn't want public safety threats removed from the communities, I find it hard to believe that. But we're going to do it, with or without them. If they're not going to help, get out of the way. But don't cross that line. Do not impede our operations. Do not knowingly conceal or harbor an illegal alien, because we will seek prosecution. We're going to do what the President promised American people. We're going to make our communities safer by targeting those who are in the country illegally that have criminal record or a public safety threat. That's what we're doing. But if you force us into the community and not let us get the bad guy into jail, that's going to put the community at risk. It means more collateral arrests, means more non-criminals being arrested, because when we find the bad guy, which we will, there's going to be others with them, others that may not be a criminal priority, but we're not going to instruct ICE to walk away from like the Biden administration did. We're going to enforce immigration law.
Yo, there we have it, guys. Border czar Tom Homan coming out with a final warning to all these protesters, officials on the left that are trying to get in the way of ICE's efforts, his operation to clean up our country. I mean, if you're a government official, you're a mayor, you're a governor, why would you want to get in the way of cleaning up your streets, getting these criminals out the way, out of your communities? That does not make sense to me. I mean, you're asking for trouble at this point by, not letting Tom Homan and ICE come in and do their part. They've already said to have arrested over 12,000 illegal migrants known to be criminals. Why would you want to get in the way with that? Why would you want, your children, your community to be infested like that? Is only asking for more and more tragedies like what we've seen across the nation to break out. But good thing we got folks like Tom Homan appointed to that seat. He's not messing around with these folks. And if I were in the shoes of any of these Democratic officials trying to stand in the way, I would definitely stand down, because this is no joke, guys. But definitely hop in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. I also want to take this time to give a huge shout out and a thanks to all the folks who made it this far in the video, guys. It goes so far, you don't even know. Getting that message, the truth out there to more and more folks each and every day. So I just want to thank you guys for that. I also want to give a huge shout out, a special thanks to you guys for us making it all the way to 100K. Our family has grown over time. I can't even believe I'm saying it right now, but without you guys, I would not be in this position I'm sitting in right now. So I just want to thank you guys for all of what you've blessed me with. Definitely hop in the comment section, guys. Let me know your thoughts. Also, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you'd enjoy more content like this, I'll catch you guys on the next one.